Hello again everybody and welcome back to Food Review GB, where today I'm going to be doing another one of those Hungry Joe's products that have just come out on the market, and it is the Southern Fried Chicken Stacker. Again, I picked this up from Asda. This week I was in store again and I saw it and I thought that was the one I initially ordered from online shopping, so I picked it up and grabbed it straight away. There was quite a few of them, and they did have the double chili fire burger, which was the last one I reviewed as well. They had that, so I thought hopefully they're going to be rolling out this line little by little in the stores. I do like to do some online shopping, and I do go in store every now and again, so it's a bit of a mixture for me. But here we are anyway, and it is 221 grams, so it's a little bit smaller than the double chili fire burger. Over the weekend I've seen that BHAFC84 has uploaded a review on this, and I haven't actually watched that. I want to give a fair comparison. I don't want to be influenced by his review yet, so don't worry mate, I'm going to watch it as soon as I've done this, and and find out whether we both like it or not. But I've got pretty high hopes for this, considering the last one I had was so good. And you've got all your ingredients on the side there. It's just southern fried chicken breast goujons, a hash brown as well, which is nice. You get cheese with this as well, and some mayonnaise, which of the other Hungry Joe's product I had with mayo, it didn't look that great when it defrosted, so I'm going to put my own mayonnaise in, which, all mayonnaise is the same really. So, and then here we go on the back. It's the Southern Fried Chicken Stacker, 3 cooked formed Southern Fried Chicken Breast Goujons, fried formed shredded potato hash brown, and a slice of processed cheese served in a sesame seeded bread bun with a sachet of mayo, which I've already said I'm not going to be using. But again, we've got the instructions there, 1 to 8, which is massively, well, the steps you have to go to should make it taste nice, as it did with the other one. It never really focuses on the small stuff, so well, it doesn't really matter. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pause you. I'll show you what it's like frozen, and then yeah, so give me a minute and I'll get it out of this box. Welcome back guys. You can see it looks a little bit of a mess when it's unassembled on a plate. I mean, you have to cook everything side by side as with the double chili one. So just to show you, funnily enough, the cheese slice actually came off this week, whereas last time it didn't properly come off. You can see a lot of ice on there, it's just crystallized and things. So, but I'm going to put that to one side because that doesn't have to go on straight away. Again, with this bun especially, I think that's the top bun. There's a lot of crystallized ice on there as well. You can see it probably glittering a little bit. Anyway, that's the hash brown, which it looks like a fairly decent quality one, decent sized thickness and the shape that you'd expect from a hash brown that you get with your breakfasts and things. And then here we are with the little goujons. They're all similar size really, so that's good. And I think, well, you'll see once I cook it all up and put them together, they do fill the bottom of the bun, so that again is a plus point. I'll just bring in the mayo. You can see now I'm pressing that. It's like ice cream, so I'm not going to be using that. It came out really watery last time, and just shouldn't do that really. So I'm going to bin it. But yeah, with regards to everything else, all that remains for me to do now is pause you again, cook it all up. It'll take a few minutes and that, but I'm looking forward to the results, so hang around and you'll see it in all its glory. Right, so here we are. It is now fully cooked, and let's open her up and see what we've got. Yeah, so the hash brown is coming apart a little bit. I think because the cheese is so sticky, it's pulled off the top layer of the actual potato casing that hash brown is in, but you can see sort of how shredded up it is. Whether there's bits of onion in there as well, I don't know. I've put the mayo obviously underneath the hash brown because initially that was stuck to the top bun, and you've got maybe a little bit of a gap there. I think the chicken goujons have shrunk a little bit since cooking, but it smells really good. Again, no problems with the bun despite it being a frozen product. It seems okay. I was a bit worried when I took it out The first time everything felt still a little bit frozen, but once I closed it all together, put the buns back and cooked it again, then flipped it and let it cool, it all seems fine now. So all that remains for me to do is pause you again, take a few bites of this, then come back and deliver a final verdict. Right, here we are in the final part of the video, and I've taken a couple of fairly decent sized bites out of that, and I'm impressed again. Hungry Joe's, you've pulled it out of the bag. I've probably had one of the chicken goujon fillets, and you really do get that flavour of the southern friedness. It's hard to make out what's what there because I've taken the edge on the bottom. You've got the chicken, and then on top you've got the hash brown, but they're similar colour on the inside. So maybe open it up and see what we've got again. Again, it's looking like a bit more of a mess. It looks dry. It probably looks dry to you, but because the mayo's in the middle, that does help break it up. Again, not much really going on that top bun. Maybe a little bit of mayo has transferred there, and you can see I've taken from this side where a fillet should be. So right, we're talking about it in its own form. We're going to start off with the chicken. That was the thing that really most impressed me, as I said a minute ago. Really nice, fairly decent tasting chicken goujons. So that's good. So they've obviously used some half decent chicken maybe to do it. The hash brown I don't really think adds much to this. If it was crispy, then yeah, I think it would be great, but that differentiation in textures is hard to find in a product like this when it's in the microwave. You don't really want to go to all the fuss of just literally cooking up hash brown to put in at the end. So I don't know what they're trying to achieve there. The bun not quite as soft as last week. I don't know whether that's the variation of cooking instructions, but they seem pretty much identical to the fire burger. The cheese, it does come through a little bit, but I think the star in this, as it should be, it is the chicken. So the flavour was big on that, but everything else really, and the mayo, I'm glad I added my own mayo, because that other stuff, again, I'm usually okay with mayos, but purely because it came frozen to start with, that's why I didn't use it, and I don't think it suffered at all. So that was my review of the Hungry Joe's Southern Fried Chicken Stacker, which was £2 at Asda. You can order these online, or I was lucky enough to pick one up in my store in Northampton. So yeah, with regards to would I get this again, I'd still choose the double chili fire burger over it, because microwave chicken products, I'm never really a big fan of. I've reviewed quite a few of them, and I've never really think anything's been massively jumped out at me. Whereas this, you know, it hasn't jumped out, but £2, I think maybe this is worth more, the 150 mark, whereas the other one I thought was easily worth a couple of quid. So yeah, if you see these around, get them, because I don't know how long they're going to be out in stores for. Hungry Joe's range is always chopping and changing. They've taken a few products off when I initially started reviewing that I wanted to review, and they no longer get them, whereas this is recent. So yeah, give it a go, see what you think. I'm going to finish the video now. I'm going to go and watch BHAFC's review and see what he's got to say about it. Also, before I forget, another quick little shout out to UK Food Reviews, who's back in the game. Really good to see you back, mate, and you've got to try this. Get some of this stuff down you, and also 13 Tenantry. I don't want to leave you out, mate, and you're still going strong, so keep up the great work, everybody, and yeah, until the next time, take it easy.